Okay, and when you run out of cord, you don't have enough to keep going, you just tie a knot. So you'll wrap this around here like so. And then just cut your excess. And there you have it. Another thing you periodically want to check is that your distance from this point to this point is the same as from this point to this point. So you might need to do a little bit of extra hammering to get them the same, but as you work towards the middle, you want that distance to be the same, because otherwise you're going to have problems. Same way with here and here. Checking there and checking there. Okay, when you get to about this point, what you do is you put cardboard inside here. You cut it out kind of, in triangles. This is the stuff that came off of the original seat. Normally I like to cut my own because I can get it closer, but whatever. I don't know which ones are intended to go here. I guess that'll do. Okay, when I get down to about this far, there's not very much room on the bottom to hide knots and stuff, so what I do, I don't know if it's the best way to do or not, but I actually take a nail and tack this here, and then I start another piece with another nail. One thing you just got to be careful about is you got to keep in mind you might have to knock these back and forth so you get the front looking nice, so you want to make sure you take a very careful measurement, and then because once it's tacked there, you're not going to be able to slide it back and forth. Okay, so I got it on the reverse side now. You just gotta be careful you don't get nothing sharp on your bench. If you got exposed wood, you don't want to scratch it. But turn it upside down so it's easier to nail. Take my awl, put it right where I want to put the nail. Kind of hard with this rung right here, you don't want to smash it all to hell. And then you can take a chisel. Just like that. Okay, and then you take your next piece, make sure it's nice and twisted, you don't want it coming apart and everything. And that way there it doesn't look too bad. Not that anybody really turns their chairs upside down all the time, but and another thing too is you don't want to yank quite as hard on it when you flip it over, because you might rip it loose. It's just caught on the end there. Okay, so we're back in business. Soon you won't be able to run the whole thing through here. You'll have to run it through by itself because you'll run out of space. And remember not to pull it way too tight because I just got it tagged. You can see here, this is getting kind of narrower here, so all you could have to do is take your awl or something, go like this. Looks like it's probably just one more strain coming through anyway, so. Oh, forgot to zoom out. And you'll want to use your awl, or you could probably use a screwdriver, it doesn't matter, but here, if you don't, these will end up being like knots. You know, every time you come through here, it will end up getting wider, and then you'll end up having, you'll be tight here, and then in the front you'll end up having a space. So what you got to do is put an awl in here, and every time you pull your string, pull it this way. Make sure it's nice and tight.